friends. Say hey when you're hopping on. We are gonna do like a classy old money makeup look today. Let me grab a flat. Okay, say hey when you're hopping on. Drop a 1 if you're watching the live. Drop a 2 if you're watching the replay. All right, this is my first live since I've cut my hair off. My hair in the back was like down to here. So, and then the front, it was like a little shorter, quite shorter, probably to here. But the ends have just been stringy for a really long time. And so I just decided to like, I've been doing collagen, I've been doing things to help with hair growth, but I feel like until you get like all the dead out, your hair can't really grow well. And so I've just been holding on to this dead, like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So anyways, also little non-scale victory. I bought these pants. My outfit isn't linkable. I'm so sorry, Amy. I bought these pants in Hawaii last year. Had to have been last year, right? I went in February of last year. My dad still lived in Hawaii. And I bought these pants. I bought them in white and in black. I wore the white ones. They had the white and large, and they only had the black and mediums. They're from Zara. And I brought them down here to Puerto Rico, but I could not fit into them. I have not lost any more weight on the scale, but I got these over my bum today. I took the tags off for the first time, and I just feel like I'm gonna preach until the end of the earth about not focusing so much on a scale and focusing on things changing, like building muscle, building, like having lean body mass. And but these fit, they are a little stretchy. But I do have quite a large bum, but I was able to get them over it, and I just feel like such a cute little vibe. But they are Zara, old Zara. So Zara might have something similar currently. This is also old Zara from that same trip. I was just feeling, it was the haircut. I was like, let's do an old money look today. So I definitely can tell a difference. I'm on day like 32, I believe, of 34, I don't know, feel like forever, of no sugar, no bread, total low carb. And we've talked about this, feeling like I would just lose 1 million pounds and beat a Michael weight in a month, and that's not realistic. But I have lost some, but the biggest thing is I'm noticing like I could not get into this shirt previously. I brought stuff down here. Also was a little skinnier when I came down. But then, you know, I put on a little weight, and then my clothes didn't fit, and now I'm like starting to be able to fit into things. So, anyways, I don't say that to like brag. I just say, well, kind of not bragging like in a boastful way, but in a way that like hopefully encourages you. It might take you longer than like somebody else you see on the internet, but will you be glad you did that extra walk? Will you be glad you did those extra things? I am. I'm glad about it. Okay, we're gonna go in with the lunge, flat iron, and I am just doing, also I had not straightened my hair it's still pretty straight from the salon yesterday, but I have not straightened my hair probably since we moved here. My ends have been so bad that I couldn't straighten them. The ends were so fried. And so just think it's a good rule in life and in everything. If you have dead things weighing you down, it's very liberating to get rid of that, and so that you can have new growth. So all I'm gonna do is just kind of bend these little ends, make it just from where I slept last night. I also think that this is going to make it to where my get ready with me is so fast every day. That's it, that's all I'm doing. Nice and smooth. If you have any weird cowlicks or anything, you can hit it with that, but. Okay, so who's here for like an old money look? I absolutely love the look of like super clean makeup, and Ophir does have a sale going on. So we're going to, I linked it in the description of the video, and I will put this here. We're gonna be using the Dune palette today. And if you use the code SUMMER for anything Ophir, you'll save 20%. Sorry about the baby. She just got done swimming with Lola. And I do have a babysitter here helping because Adam he's on a business call and has business stuff going on. And I don't want a baby to trim. So certain days of the week we have someone come and help with the baby while we work. And because we work from home. So today is that day. And hopefully my phone is doing a weird thing where it is turned dark on me. Let me see if I can, it might be because it's hot in this room. Hey Lexi K, can you bring me the remote for the air conditioner, please? Thank you, honey. All right, I'll try to get it a little cooler in here. It will be hard to do old money look if I can't see my own thing. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the Skin Prep Dewy Primer. Does this like make anybody else want to cut their hair? Like, so good. If you're looking for things for extra shine, that 7-second treatment from Launch is so good. Okay, here we go.
Oh, are you on it? Okay.
Yeah, I am. Oh yeah, don't come on your bathing suit. Oh, you finally, good job.
Yes, I see nails.
She got her little birthday nails taken off and now it's just her real nails. Can you see if you can get that to turn on if you stand back? Okay, let's see. Going in. I have always been a very colorful. What, you want a hug?
Yeah. Sorry guys, I would pop up on camera, but
She's in her little cheeky bathing suit.
it's not cheeky.
You're pretty cheeky.
No, it literally covers my bum. See?
Good job. All right, go get dressed if you're going later with Dad. Can you shut my door just so Beta doesn't come in? Okay, we're gonna let our primer dry for just a second. So the code is SUMMER if you want any Ophir deals. I do feel so much lighter. I also feel like my stuff's hanging over. Okay. She could cut it off just a little. It is hair. It does grow, but it's so much. It's just not dead now. It was really gross. So I'm gonna let this dry. And look how fast that was. I also have found it to be really therapeutic to get in the ocean lately. I've lived here for a while now, like a little over a year actually. And I've just been like, I don't want to have to rewash my hair, like all these things. And lately I've been reading about like the benefits of getting in the ocean, grounding, like feet in the sand, like all these things. And I'm excited about that too, because if I hopped in the ocean, I feel like I could wash my hair and have it done so quickly. Okay, TrimFit. I'm gonna take our supplements. If you've ever been a customer of Beautiful You, they sent out over 2 million gift cards, $2 million in gift cards. And you should have a $15 gift card that you can use on any of your subscriptions. If you use my code Courtney Swan, you will get a subscription, you get 25% off too. So I have no tape-ins, I have no extensions. This just have a little bit of color on my face, but nope, not good. I'm just taking a break. So I didn't cut my extensions at all. I could have maybe done that if I wanted a fuller look, but I kind of like, it's just like sleek. Okay, so I have been taking a GLP-1 alternative. It is a peptide-based GLP-1. It's all natural, and it helps burn fat. And I have been taking that. I am honest with you guys whenever I am trying something new or what I'm taking or what. The biggest thing I would say is I have now done no sugar, no bread, no fruit, no whatever, and it has been fairly easy. And I don't really have like food noise, and I think this has made a huge difference. And then I've been taking my TrimFit every day, which I feel like boosts your energy and your mood, and it helps with cravings too, like, or helps you to be full. So, Adam, my nail girl's saying bye. She comes to your house. She doesn't have like her own little shop, but she comes to your house. And so got little clean white creamy nails. Adam he had told me though earlier in the week, he was like, why don't you just cut it off? Like you don't, like for all these different reasons. But he was like, I think it would just be healthy. I think it'd be easy. I think it'd look so cute. Like when I met you, you had short hair. And so he was happy. Okay, if you haven't gotten your U gift card, be sure you can message customer service and they will help you. They'll get it to you. Check your spam as well. Okay, here we go. Ready for this old money. So we're gonna be using the Dune palette for this look today. If you've never used this palette, it is chocolates, like mocha colors, some rusty browns, and this is just a really beautiful neutral matte palette. And I love mixing these colors with other shades, but I also love that you have like warms, cool, like pretty much a really great palette for very classy looks. So you guys are so sweet about the bob trend. Thanks. I always get nervous because sometimes you'll have people like, I liked it better before, or like sometimes I've changed my hair and just gotten a really big amount of, like when I went pink, you either loved it or you hated it. And so I was curious if people would be like hateful, but the opposite. It's like the most loving response in the world to a bob. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Yeah, if you don't want it, if somebody drops under the comments, I'm sure somebody else might want it, that's wanted to try it or something. That's so sweet. You guys are just so thoughtful. Okay, so going in with, this is the shade Cardamom, and right now I do know that they are completely sold out of all foundations on Ophir, so I'm really sorry. They do have tinted moisturizer. I also love Pomifera's sunscreen tinted moisturizer. Hopefully they will come back with foundation soon. So sorry, you can probably replicate this whole look, except you'll have to use a foundation you already have. Okay. I do love their foundation. So nice. Okay, what is the GLP-1 alternative called? Where can you get it? I linked it in the description of this video, and also at CourtneySwan.com, but it's from a company called Make Wellness, and it is peptide. So it's branched chain amino acids. It helps burn and get rid of like visceral fat, the dangerous fat around your organs. I have lost, I'm at 171, I was 189. So I've been taking this now for a few months. Right before Europe, I started on it, and to now. So if that kind of gives you, what was that, March until now? So a couple months. And I've lost about 20 pounds. Recently though, in the last month, I did like really increase like diet change, and I have not seen as many like pounds dropped, like maybe 6 or 7, but I'm noticing like a significant amount of inches, like waist, back, like areas, arm, just all over. And so also just not like people are eating yummy things around me and they're like, you want to buy or whatever, and I'm not really having a hard time resisting, and that's huge. So I can definitely tell like a big difference. But it's called, sorry, I think I told you, but it's called Lean, and I linked it in the description of this video. And any news or updates on the app? We work on the app every single day. Apps are incredibly hard with coding, and there are just certain things that like we want to be sure we have right. The app was technically supposed to have already launched, but there were just a few things that I was like I just wasn't ready. And so they're still working on it. So I'm hoping it will be really soon. Like within the next month, hopefully. But okay, going in with setting powder. This is gonna help with any sort of shininess. I love Ophir setting powder. If you like look at your under eye, if you've got like deeper sockets, anything like that, the code SUMMER will save you 20% off with Ophir, but it just gives you part of this like old money look. I feel like is a very airbrushed, like how do you look like really clean and your pores are small. Everything's nice and airbrushed. We're gonna use a matte eyeshadow, and that's kind of the vibes we're going for. Let's see. I'm trying to go through the comments. They are going so fast today. Product name is hard to read. I use Ophir setting powder. Press and set. I think that's what we're talking about. So many viewers on today. Thanks, you guys. Okay, we are launching an app. Adam and I have been working on an app since before we got down here to Puerto Rico, and it's called Fit Chick Movement. You can check it out on Instagram or go to fitchickmovement.com and sign up for early access. But we have been working on an app, and as soon as it launches, we'll let you know. But it's to track your cycle, foods. It's AI driven for meal plans, exercises, exercise libraries, like a whole thing. But my favorite feature is it's community based, and so we can have like group challenges, and if any other person is running your group challenge, you can participate in their challenges at no extra fees. And it's basically just to help people have like an accountability and support system. So as well as like you'll be able to take pictures of your food and track it. If you want to do keto or Mediterranean or whatever the diet is, you can say what you're wanting and what your goals are, and it can help you with meal plans, and it's actually quite fantastic. The more you use it, the more it learns you, and which is really amazing. But there were like a few things. I wanted like your most popular restaurants to be able to be searched and all your macros could be put in. Like there were things that just were missing. So is the unflavored collagen really unflavored? You notice it has less carbs. Yes, it is really unflavored. Okay, I'm just doing under my jawline with the deepest shade of Ophir's pressed powder. So I do still take TrimFit every single day. I have been taking it now for a really long time, and I love the way I feel on it. If you've never tried it, they have tropical and berry flavored, but I'm taking that, and then those new lean tablets. And really it was because I kind of felt like I love the way I feel on TrimFit, but that I plateaued and even gained a little bit of weight. I do have my hormones are a little dysregulated, so that could possibly be part of my problem as well. But I just felt like I needed a little extra, so that's why I added in the GLP-1. Okay, so I'm using the deepest shade bronzer, Joni. It is called Sundial in Deep, and it's huge. This thing is gonna last you. I have had this since long before I moved here, and it lasts a really long time. I also like to go under my lip, and I like to like really go at that jawline, right underneath it, just to give you like a very chiseled look. Make sure you blend. You don't want a 5 o'clock shadow. You just want like a nice little jawline to look nice. Stephanie, I think I have like a hair dysmorphia. She said you've had, in the 5 years I followed you, you've had 1,000 different styles. It's probably the worst thing as like someone like doing what I do, because people don't recognize you. But I love like a dramatic hair change. I think it is just such a dopamine hit. Like I've never done drugs, but I'm guessing that's how people feel. Like when you completely transform your look, you're like, and I love like really, some people are like, oh, just like subtle. I'm the opposite. Like I want one extreme to the other, like long to short, bright to dark. Like I either want to be platinum blonde or black or hot pink or whatever. I just love it. If you've never tried it, if you've always had the exact same thing. I had the same haircut for a long time, and kind of wasn't really like, I don't know, I never cut my hair. I was like known for like, oh, beautiful hair, but I don't know, it was like such a security blanket, and I felt like unlovable. Sounds so dumb, but like if I cut my hair, would people still like me the same or whatever? And I one day just decided like, oh, I want short hair. Like I'm done like of what everybody else wants for me. I want to do something for myself. And I cut my hair, and it was just like the most like liberating. And since then, I have just found so many styles to be so fun. So I hope that it inspires you to do something fun if you're feeling that direction. Okay, going on with Ophir's brow trace. When you are going to do any sort of like look, I feel like if you have a great base, you can always add on top of that. But for this is like a simple, classy look. So it's gonna be more of a, we're gonna make sure we have nice even foundation. I'm gonna do a really great like bronzer, contour well. Not gonna do a lot of shimmer, we're gonna do a lot of mattes. Get your brows the way you want them. Brows help shape your face. So they also give you like a very clean look, and it makes you look a little more polished. So even if you don't do a lot to your brows, if you just do enough that you are like more polished and put together, they really takes maybe 20 seconds, but it makes a big difference. I'm having to keep looking in this mirror, but guys, my phone is like almost dark black. I'm at 48%. I have no idea, other than my phone has been getting very hot lately, and it's probably preventing itself from exploding or something. So I'm gonna have to do it looking both ways. Is anyone else's phone, it just like goes dark? And you're like, well, what happened? My brightness is all the way up. Okay, I have not asked anyone to share this video because I've been horrible lately at asking for shares, but if you share this video today, I will give away, I have a bag of TrimFit and a bag of greens. So I'll give away both of those today, or of your choice. I'll pick two winners. You can either pick if you want TrimFit or if you want greens, and I'll give away both today. So share this video, comment, share below, and pick two winners of that. I really do appreciate when you guys share, or when you comment, or when you watch my videos, or when you shop, or all the things. In the last 10 years, this market has gotten, in the last 2 years, seriously, this market has gotten so competitive, and I know I have days where I feel like not qualified. There's just so many amazing, good people out here that do like a fabulous job at content creation, and but I am so grateful for like all of you who hang out with me and support and all the things. Like, I am so grateful. It is not lost on me that there are a million other people you could be watching their lives or getting ready with. Okay, here we go. And I really do look forward to getting ready with you every day. Okay, so, oh, your phone almost overheats. Time to get a new one. I feel like mine isn't that old. I also think it's overheated my hand. So my hand is like internally so itchy. It itches every day. And I think it's my phone has like cooked part of my hand. Adam says that's a conspiracy theorist idea. But if you Google it, it doesn't seem to be. So the cool thing about makeup, hair, outfits is you have the ability to transform yourself as many times as you want in your life. If you don't like what you look like today, you don't like the vibe, you feel like you've let yourself go, you feel like things aren't fitting, like you feel all these things, or sometimes go look in your closet, you might have something, this is old, like years old, and or over a year old, and you may have something in there that you just haven't pulled out in a long time, or see if it still fits or if it fits now. And so sometimes I like really colorful. I go through like a very colorful phase and I love that. Sometimes I want to be more neutrals. But that's what I think is so amazing about just like inspiration right now and things that are out there is you can, if you're feel like you've been stuck in a rut, then what are things you can control to like change that? And you have permission, you're a grown up. So if there's something you're like, well, I've been a blonde my whole life, but I really want to be dark. Well, try it. You may hate it, but you may love it. You know, like there are just, we put so many limits on ourselves when really it doesn't have to be limiting. You can just have fun, like, and try out new things. Does anybody drop below if you have anything that you were like, I've wanted to do this, but I've been scared? Anybody? Or you're gonna go for it and trying something? How often do I clean out my closet and get rid of clothes? I actually donate a good amount of clothes, especially if I've been, since we've been down here, some of them, I can't really wear like a lot of the sweaters and stuff that I'm sent, and I'm grateful. I used to pray like, God, one day I'm gonna have more makeup than I know what to do with, like as I had like the teeniest bit of a blush and no money to buy like anymore, or clothes, and you know, like all these, I would just speak life over my situation, like often, like I'd have no power and I'd flick the light and I'd be like, oh, one day, like honestly, I would say one day I'm gonna be a millionaire. Like this will not be forever. And that was my quote. I would say like all the time. I would flip it and I would be like, one day I'm gonna be, I don't know why I feel like emotional. Have you ever had like sucky things happen? We went without power a lot. It was really sucky. And you would flip the light switch if you've never gone without power. If you have, see if this happens. We would go without power and I would flip a light switch like to go into a bathroom, but there's no power, and you would be like, I'm such an idiot, like I know there's no power right now, you know, and then you'd go back in the bathroom like later on in the day and flip it again, and you're like, so, well, duh, still no power. And it was just like every time you'd flip a light switch, it just felt like a constant reminder of like just being dumb, and then also that like you don't have this and you wish you had it and whatever. And so I would say like things like one day, so like I believe that there is so much power in the things you speak and the things you believe, or even some of it, like to be honest, like I am living bigger dreams than I ever actually imagined were possible. But I did speak them. I spoke that I would have more clothes than I knew what to do with. I didn't know how at the time. An influencer wasn't a thing, and I for sure wasn't one at the time. But I just believed that God was like, this is just a season, and I still tithed during that season. I still gave when I didn't have it to give. I believed that God had me there for a reason, to teach me something, but that I wouldn't be there forever, and like all these things. And I can truly look and say like the power of the things that come out of your mouth makes such a difference. So if you are always saying like, I'll never have anything, I'll never be anything, I'll never, you probably never will. And if you change it to where like your light switch, your power isn't working, but you're going to be a millionaire one day, or you're going to have like, I will never go without power. Like one day I'm not going to have to worry about my electric bill, like of whether or not we have enough. And so anyways, I don't know why I went on that, but I have no idea. Oh, donating clothes. So I donate a lot of the clothes that either I'm given, or I donated a lot of the clothes that we got back home, or as I go through sizes, if I feel like, I just feel like if someone else could use it, there's no way one can humanly wear as much as sometimes, I don't do as much clothes as I used to, but used to, there's no way somebody could wear all that. So I just try, there's a women's shelter near here that we've given to, there's, I've given to people we know, my friends, all of it. Go shop my closet. But I think you can speak things into existence. I think you can pray for things to happen and have faith that they will. And I also pray God's will, but and it wasn't like it happened overnight or automatically, but I do believe that if God can trust you with a little, he can trust you with a lot. And when you have nothing and you still are trying to be faithful to give, then I believe he blesses those seeds. Like if you've ever planted a garden and you talk about like the law of the harvest and planting good seeds and what you reap back, you don't just reap back a cucumber if you plant a cucumber seed. One seed from that cucumber makes tons and tons, and the words out of our mouth, we can either build our house or tear it down. And so if you want things to change, start speaking those things into existence. Okay, here we go. We're doing the Dune palette. I have done the lightest shade on my eyelids and this little taupey shade right in the crease on each side. And now I'm going in with this like little mauve-y shade just to build a little bit of depth. Whoops, I hit right here. That was an accident. And I do not take for granted that like every day is just such a blessing. And I'm so grateful, and we try and give back like as much as we can, and probably more than most people will ever see. And I don't know, but the biggest thing I love in sharing that with you guys, because it's not really, in my mind, I thought if I ever get out of this, like I never want anyone to know that this is like what life used to be like. It's so embarrassing, all these things. And then I realized like there's a lot of other people who are still going, I still struggle with like stuff and still going through it. And so I do like to share it because we are overcomers from our testimony, and goodness gracious, if the Lord can use me or change my life, he could do it for anybody. Okay, going in with just a small brush. I'm not going to be using like a lot of liners or anything. I'm just adding a little bit of depth. Okay. Again, just making sure we're nice and blended. This is not a hard makeup look. This is actually very simple. I'm going to take just the tiniest bit of that, and I'm going to go right on the outer corner. Now that we've got the crease where we want it, I'm going to go outer corner kind of to the middle of my eye and just softly blend where it's going to go from like light to dark. I also am a huge fan of dream boards or prayer boards. If you've never made one, put all your wildest dreams out there. Put all the things that you want to see God do in your life. Put all the miracles. And I'm still waiting on some miracles. I'm waiting on friends to get healed that are in like a vegetative state. I'm waiting on things, like there are miracles I'm waiting on and I believe God can do. And there are miracles I've seen happen. But it is beautiful and amazing if you will make a board, like if you will speak, like these are the things that I'm dreaming of, and these are the things that I would love to see happen, and this is how I want to see, like what I would love to do. Like if money was no object, what would you do? And put that on your list. A long time ago on my dream board was like taking my kids to Disney. That was huge. Having a reliable vehicle. I actually put a picture of an SUV, which is the SUV I have. All like, I am to a point, maybe we should do a vision board night. Would anybody like to do that together? But almost everything on my vision board or dream board, God has literally fulfilled in my life. Like, to the point of like, I wanted to put in like wells in Africa. There was a village that needed electricity. And I knew that I put big things that I thought would take me maybe my lifetime to see happen I always had like this dream to build a clinic, like a medical clinic, and a friend of ours are missionaries, and they talked about these needs, and I was like, one day I want to do this. And when we had Jane and Kate, like if you guys ever supported our boutique, when we had Jane and Kate, we were able to build an entire medical clinic for their village and get electricity for their whole village. Like when I say that God has like, that I am feeling like we have to dream bigger. Like God is so big. Like what could we do? How can he make a difference in the world? And so many times I think we just limit we have such a small box, and God does not have a small box. And so I love talking about hair and being able to reinvent yourself, but the reality is like at a long time, like at one point and for a long time in my life, felt like I was not good at anything, and that I would not be good at anything, and that I just felt like I was failing in every area, and I was in a place where every area of my life was failing. And God has been so good to turn every broken piece of my story into something beautiful, and has taught me I would not be who I am today if it wasn't for those seasons and decades. But I love talking to people about like God is not done with you yet, you know? It just isn't. If you'll let him in there, and you don't have to be like perfect before you come to God. Literally, that's the best part, is like God loves you where you are right now, no matter what you've done wrong, and has a plan for you that's better than your own plan. Like, think of when your kids are pitching a fit and they're like, but I want to go to the park, but you wanted to surprise them with like a trip to the jump park or a trip to Disney or whatever. Like, God has like those good extreme plans for you, and sometimes we pitch a fit because we're not like getting to go get like a Slurpee at the 7-Eleven. We should do a vision board night. Maybe we could put it on the calendar, and you could get some magazines, old magazines, print things off from the internet, or just write things out, like a bucket list vision board. We could put it on the calendar, and a certain night we're all gonna get together and we're gonna vision board together. Or maybe, I don't know how many people you could have on a Zoom call. I'd like to do a Zoom call, but okay, lashes are getting long. I've been so good at putting my lash serum on every night. I can tell when I'm doing my mascara. I'm using Ophir's comfortable non-waterproof mascara. So I'm gonna do like a good neutral lip too today, and it's kind of like a whole little neutral outfit like thing, but anyways. Okay, well, we can do a vision board night, and whoever wants to participate can. If you don't want to participate, you don't have to, but okay, you think the max for Zoom is 1,000? We could try it. It'd be so fun, then we could all chat. I used to do coaching calls, like for helping people get started in this space. And one of my favorite parts of that was the Zoom calls, because we could hang out. I love doing that. I just couldn't juggle what I was doing plus that. I thought I could. Sometimes I think or just never sleep, but the link, Shelly, for the lash serum, if you go to CourtneySwan.com, it's Barboletta, and I have a discount code, but it's on my link tree. Also, if any of the links, if you don't see them in the description of the video, normally if you drop the word me below, I send you the links. Or if you go to CourtneySwan.com, like all my supplements are linked there. All my like things that most people ask about often are linked. I try and link them on my link tree, which is just when you go to CourtneySwan.com, it's like a landing page. And then I put the description of a lot of things in this video, so. Can you guys tell a difference in my lashes? I feel like they're getting thick. So I've been using Barboletta lash serum for the last few months. Actually, a friend of mine owns the company. They live here in Puerto Rico, and she gave me some as a gift to try, and it was really good. And so, really, really like it. Okay, Ophir's mascara. They have waterproof and regular mascara. I did link that in they have a 20% off. The code is summer. I am in ketosis. I pee on my little strip every day, and I have these, I have these keto strips. And basically, they tell you if you're in ketosis, meaning like I've had no bread, no sugar, all of it. And I just do it every day because I want to be sure, like, did I accidentally eat something, or like maybe it's a coffee creamer or whatever it is, and I want to be sure like I'm not accidentally doing something that is causing me to be out of ketosis. So just going down right here. Okay, now look at your eyes, see if there's anywhere, like I feel like on one eye maybe I have a little more of that darker color. If you don't have the Stune palette, it really is like so beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go in with a cute lip look. Could go one way or the other. We could go red, but I feel like if we're doing classic old money, it should be a really beautiful neutral. So that's what we're gonna do. Pink smoothie. Gotta find my sharpener. Yes, oh yes I do. What could I have done with it? I found you. Okay, this is Pink Smoothie, and it's from Ophir. It is a lip liner, and then I'm also going to use another little lip liner from Ophir. We're gonna just kind of make like our own little lip combo today. I'm trying to decide. Okay, let me do this on my hand, because I want to see what color I want to use. Okay, this is like peachier than maybe I want for today with my eyes being how it is. This is the shade Whatever. I completely believe in a vision board, and also like committing yourself. Like you will find, if you say everything bad happens to me, you will find everything bad. If you say good things are happening to me, or God has good things for me today, you will see God in every little bit of that day. Like it is just crazy how it will change your mind and your life when you start looking for, like I pray all the time, like God, send me kingdom connections, send me friends that will build me up and not tear me down. But God, I pray for community that is trustworthy, loyal, and loving. God, I pray for and sometimes it takes a long time to see those things. I pray for my husband. I prayed for him before I met him. Like I can remember crying and being lonely on my porch that faced his house, not knowing that he was there. And I was praying for God to send me someone with all these attributes. Like I wanted somebody who was like naturally romantic, that cooked for me and didn't feel bad about it. That was like words of affirmation were his strength. Like I had a whole list, and like you literally, like, I don't know. Like if you want it, pray for it. I can totally take a picture of the front and back of my hair for whoever wants it. Okay, this is the shade Whatever, and that's what we're gonna use today. Your life follows your words. My friend Jenny always says your words are your wand. So the lip liners will stay so long. It'll be on there tonight. You could eat soup there all day, stay. And if we're speaking ugly things to ourselves, like I have to catch myself if I'm talking negative, because your brain listens to it, your body listens. Okay. Oh, Joanne has an amazing comment. I'm gonna read this. This is long, but I'm gonna also put a little darker lip around the edges. So this is the shade Red Clay. It also looks kind of nice, just like this. Okay, Joanne says, Courtney, after almost 7 years of being divorced, I went on my first date. We had talked on the phone for almost a week before we went out. I was thinking, what are we gonna talk about? I made a list, had the instant prompting of one of my hospice patients, and then a sermon that a pastor had preached on about single people 2 days later. They both said to write down your desired heart for a spouse and be specific, down to the clothes they will be wearing when you meet. They both said, you may not be looking for a spouse or even interested in seeing someone, but do it. I wasn't interested in finding a man. I didn't want one, and I didn't need a man. My focus was on my 13-year-old baby girl and will always be. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, here we go. This is just like a little darker. This is called Red Clay, and I just like the look of an ombre. So. And just take your finger and kind of smudge it out. Ellie, I want to know the same thing to Joanne. Like, how'd the date go? I need more. Maybe she's still typing. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of chapstick because this will make it not last quite as long, but it makes it to where my lips aren't dry. And I feel like they look nice and hydrated. A little bit of Happy Salve from Pomegranate. The colors I used were from Ophir, and it's the Whatever liner and the Red Clay. And I got my nails done this morning, so I feel like it's a whole vibe. Are we entering like a, it's amazing because I'm like, oh, it just feels like clean and healthy vibe. Like, okay. So to get your skin smooth, I highly recommend investing in your skincare. I love Pomegranate skincare. You can check it out at CourtneySwan.com. If you don't know what to get, I recommend starting with a collection that's good for your skin type. I think that makes a really big difference. Also, priming your skin so that all of your pores kind of fills your pores, and then using a setting powder. Both of those things. I had some people this week that made some comments like, stop using those filters. Like, no one's skin looks like this, and like, you use all these filters, you're so fake. And I'm like, I have 0 filters, 0 on. I literally come on here barefaced and we get ready together. I have no filters on. It is truly like the flawless finish of the makeup. Sometimes you see comments and you're like, you can get all bent out of shape, but my eyes are just this big. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that filter makes your eyes look so, and you're like, that's just my eyes. There's no filter. So going under here, this one just doesn't have as much as the other one has. Okay, so for the June palette today, we used this lightest shade on our lid. We used this shade here in this corner, so top corners in the crease. And then I used this shade in the crease and outer corner and under my eye. So those are the 3 shades we used for this look today. Anyways, I do shave my peach fuzz. Yes, if you want your skin to be smooth, if you are hairy, your skin's not gonna be smooth. I don't do it all the time. Like, probably at some point soon need to do another one. I'll show you a full outfit, makeup look, and that will make a difference if you shave your face, if you feel like your makeup always looks like caught in the hair, because that's a thing, you know. Dermaplaning or going and getting it done like a med spa, normally it's around $30 to go get your face like dermaplaned. That's something you can do too. I just do it like at home. Hang on, I have them up high, but I'll show them to you. I just do it here with one of these. I have them in my Amazon storefront, but anyways. Okay, here we go. This is our finished look. What do you think? Is it saying like classy, old money? Also got this little necklace when I was at Anthropology. I think it is so adorable. I'll come in closer so you can see it. So that's all I'm gonna wear. This is what we're doing for today. So anyways, I love you guys. Let's plan a vision board night. And hopefully this is a look you could wear every single day to work, seriously. And you could play with your colors, your tones, how dark you want it, how light you want it. You can play with all of that, but this is just like a really good, like a good look. I don't know. I just feel like you couldn't go wrong. You win every time. I think everyone needs like one of those in your back pocket where you're just like, okay, this is my like neutral go-to. You don't have to think about it. And honestly, it's a very fast look if I didn't chat the whole time that we hang out. But that's my favorite part. So anyways, I hope you guys have the best day. If you need help with anything, just send me a message and I can help you. And I'll look at my calendar and see. I'm probably gonna have to do it like during, nighttimes are hard for me. In my mind, a vision board night seemed like a good nighttime thing to do, but nighttime is just really hard because all the kids and like all the things and everyone needs you at night, I feel like. So maybe in place of like a makeup live day, we could just do a vision board day, but I'll put it on the calendar so people know in advance like to have their things ready, and maybe we can plan it like before we have vacation. So but I seriously like start thinking of things that you want, like what vacations you would like to take, like, and what are your dreams? Or I was in such a dark place and so hopeless. I was just like hoping my dream was like that we got to buy fruit. Like my very first vision board was things like that. I wanted to be able to shop like the fruit sections of a grocery store. I wanted to have $1,000 in my savings account, like my checking account, like an emergency fund. That was my first dream board. And I wanted it to be like a doable, like maybe I can hit these dreams. But seriously, like I have other friends that we've done this together. Like it is amazing what will actually happen when you start going, because you'll start looking for opportunities that you're like, okay, well, if I did this and this, then we could do this. Or maybe I could, like, it gets you thinking of how you can like create these dreams to happen. Anyways, start dreaming again. If you haven't been dreaming in a long time, it's like time to dream again because you deserve that. So, all right, love you guys.